Hi, welcome to Game Journal. The year 2019 is almost over, and we've seen a lot of amazing games come our way. And now it's time for me to talk about Game Journal's top 10 picks for the year. Before we get started, a lot of work goes into making these videos, so we would greatly appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to the channel. And without further delay, let's get into the top 10 games of 2019 as chosen by Game Journal. Number 10. Gears 5.
Kate.
No.
Kate, you can't see this. You don't want to see this. I'm sorry. Kate? I'm sorry. Where are we going?
Back to where it all began.
Who's in the shadows?
Gears 5 is the first FPS on our list. It has signature Gears of War gameplay mechanics, and graphically, the game looks beautiful. Gears 5 also has an impressively paced campaign mode. It's definitely a game we would include on our top 10 list. Number 9. Control.
You called me. So here I am.
Things change when you become director.
Makes me go blind.
Something's coming. Something unbelievable.
And eyes,
Unknowable.
storm in the quiet.
Chaos of biblical proportions.
Control tells the story of Jessie Faden as she maintains her composure in an eerie, terrifying, and supernatural environment. The graphics for the game are stunning, and the controls are fast and responsive. After much deliberation, we put Control on number 9 on our list. Number 8. A Plague Tale: Innocence.
Is your son in good hands?
Where are we going?
Come on, just run as fast as you can.
Amicia de Rune and her young brother Hugo set out on a poetic and harrowing journey deep into the dark heart of the plague-ridden, war-torn Kingdom of France. Following an unspeakable tragedy, the siblings are forced to abandon their home.
Catch up with us. Jeff!
In A Plague Tale: Innocence, you play as Amicia, who is protecting her younger brother Hugo through the onset of a plague. The graphics and the soundtrack of this game are extremely well done, and the game is all about the story it tells through the eyes of Amicia, helping her brother. Number 7. Remnant: From the Ashes. Remnant is an indie game that might have slipped under some people's radar. However, we thoroughly enjoyed this game and played it to its fullest whenever we had time. The game is procedurally generated and encourages multiple playthroughs with an emphasis on boss fights and clearing levels, and high difficulty to boot. Here at Game Journal, we thought that this game was definitely worth checking out, and after much debate, we decided to put it on 7, even though it could have ranked higher. Coincidentally, 7 is the number of times one of our gamers here played through the game in search of a certain weapon. Number
Stay
6,
back, sir!
Resident
I got
Evil
this.
2 Remake.
Officer, you need help? What are you doing? Get off! No! Get off of me!
The Resident Evil 2 remake stays true to the plot of the original Resident Evil 2 that was released more than 12 years ago. The game featured a complete visual and audio overhaul. The game also featured a new third-person, over-the-shoulder gameplay style, and the game genuinely did not disappoint. Number 5. The Outer Worlds.
Do you dream of working on the frontier of space? Are you searching for exciting off-world opportunities? Can you pass a basic aptitude test? Then come to Halcyon, where prosperity awaits you in the stars. Owned and operated by Earth's most distinguished corporations, Halcyon's colonists are guaranteed full employment.
The Outer Worlds is a traditional single-player RPG set in space, with dialogue mechanics and choices that influence the story of the game, comes along and carefully chosen journey through space. The graphics and audio of the game did not disappoint, and the game ran extremely well across all platforms. The RPG elements of the game were not simplified, but they weren't extremely hard to understand either, and they allowed you to play the game in your own playstyle, whether you wanted to go in guns blazing, or sneak through the game, or even talk your way through the game. It's all possible in the Outer Worlds. Number 4. Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Let's all agree to meet back at the monastery exactly 5 years from today.
Like a class reunion?
You will come, won't you? Years ago, we fought here as classmates.
As big class reunions go, this one's gotta be the worst in history. What should we do, Teach?
Kill every last one of them!
The Fire Emblem series first appeared in gaming in the 1990s. Fire Emblem 3 Houses won Best Strategy Game at the Game Awards 2019 this December. It is an anime-style game which has been characterized as a turn-based action strategy game. Number 3. Devil May Cry 5.
Who dares interfere?
Devil May Cry 5 won the award for Best Action Game at the Game Awards 2019. The Devil May Cry series is well known for its snappy and precise combat mechanics, and its over-the-top story. The gameplay is both fun and challenging, as well as rewarding, and along with the returning cast, a new character was introduced to the game this time around. Number 2. Death Stranding.
BB, don't worry. It's okay. I'll always be with you.
Kojima Productions received the Best Game Direction Award for Death Stranding at the Game Awards 2019 at the end of this year. The game was extremely well directed, and if you are a fan of story-driven games, then Death Stranding is definitely worth checking out. Both the audio and visuals and story we experienced through Sam's journey through a post-apocalyptic America were extremely well designed, told, and written. Number 1. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Your hunger may beget a fine shinobi. I expected no less from you, my boy.
Sir,
Never forget the Iron Code. Defend your master with your life. If he is taken, bring him back at any cost.
I see.
So the noble shinobi stands in our way.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice won Game of the Year at the Game Awards 2019. The game is classified as an action RPG, and it puts a lot of emphasis on exploration and attention to detail. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice looks visually stunning, has an orchestral soundtrack, and the gameplay and combat is both snappy and fast-paced. In Sekiro, you play a shinobi trying to rescue his young, kidnapped master. Scattered throughout the unforgiving world of Sekiro are many enemies and bosses who try to prevent Sekiro from reuniting with his master. If there's one game we think you should be playing this year that you haven't already played, it is definitely Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and that is why it is ranked number 1 on our list. As always, if you have anything to say regarding this top 10 list, you can always put it down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon.